Welcome, internet friends, to this Tuesday stream when where we're seeing some recovery across the crypto market from yesterday's crash. I'm gonna do a quick audio and video check. I think everything's running smoothly. So yeah, let's go. BTC currently up 2.7% on the daily. Just some bouncing from yesterday's nuke. Basically, we're currently up almost 6% from yesterday's lows. So quite a good rally since basically the stone bottom that was set at around 4 p.m. Eastern time yesterday. You can see here on the 4 hour how we've been just basically having an impulse up after that low, basically with no pullbacks. And if we're gonna get granular to the 4 hour level, I'll give you guys a heads up immediately. But first, I just wanted to give you a welcome to today's live stream, this Tuesday stream. I'm doing daily live streams from 7 p.m. onwards Eastern time. I'm checking out the markets before the daily candle close. I'm looking at all of your comments, and I just appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll keep the show rolling, and without further ado, we're gonna start checking out some charts. So this is the 4 hour Bitcoin against USDT. So far, a good reaction out of the lows. You cannot discard maybe a confirmation low here at around 60K or even lower. But for the time being, what you don't want to see, excuse me, what you don't want to see here, it's on the MACD. It's this to develop into a hidden bearish divergence where you have this high here on the 4 hour from Sunday morning. You can see that we're printing higher positive momentum on the MACD histogram, and we are on way lower prices since that morning of Sunday. So what you don't want to see maybe is get an immediate rollover here. Maybe you do want to push at least to an equal high here, hopefully a higher high than 64K, 64 and $800 or so, because otherwise this is just gonna develop to, you can see what's been going on here for the past almost a full week here, just hidden bearish divergence after hidden bearish divergence on the MACD histogram. This time around it was confluence, but you can see here just you made a higher high on the MACD histogram and you made a lower high on price, higher high on MACD histogram and a lower high on price, and now you're potentially starting to have somewhat of that same development if you get a pullback here. So until you don't get that pullback, everything's going to be fine. But if you start pull back in here and I don't know, having like a deeper retrace, then you have the threat of this same pattern, or basically price action that's been going on since last Sunday. So basically a full week of hidden bearish divergence on the 4 hour just continue to play out and push Bitcoin lower if you don't get a strong reaction here, or at least hold up to these levels. So have that in mind on a lower time frame. But going back to the usual, I check on the daily time frame. So daily time frame just losing negative momentum, coming out of the oversold territory on the RSI. It's gonna close at 34 points within the bearish control zone. And yeah, it's not that much significance on this MACD histogram losing the negative momentum, because it could develop into another strong one right after. You need to see just like getting weaker and weaker and potentially getting close to flip green. But we've been on negative momentum now for 17 days in a row, after this severe drought of positive momentum that we had on March through April and up until the beginning of May. So yeah, if you looked at yesterday's stream, we talked about the significance of this 58.4K level on BTC being very real here. It was this top from this impulse close to the first Pico top from 2021 cycle, and you can see here the lower range here. It's the candle close for the daily time frame, and up here at around 58.4 was actually that top of that impulse. So very real level. Buyers stepped in yesterday to maybe print out a bottom, at least a local bottom at around those levels. So that's interesting. And we also talked about this being somewhat similar to a price action that happened on 2022, but inverted. So you have this slow bleed all the way down to a big impulse, and then maybe a reaction to the opposite side within a flag, within a descending channel. And if you go to 2022, you'll see here the same kind of flag development here. You had this grind down, slow bleed, and a big impulse to the downside, which marked the bottom at around range lows. This actually exceeded the range, and then you just started reverting and continuing the trend upwards and having a breakout out of that flag if you inverted here. So we could be somewhere around here. That would be really nice. A lot of people have just lost faith since you kind of had this structure. In this case, it was like actually invalidated. This looks like a double top. If you invert it, you have a daily candle close below the lowest price action of the neckline. So that confirms the double top, and then you just mean revert it to have a significant downtrend. So maybe what we're seeing here is somewhat similar to that case. At around range lows, slow bleed, big impulse down, looks like a double top. You didn't, you did kind of get you didn't confirm the double top technically, but it looks somewhat similar. And also, I don't want to be devil's advocate, but I've been talking a lot about this, the P cycle top indicator EMA. We lost it on 2017. You didn't lose it. You just kept trading within the two EMAs and just bouncing within one of another until you had a breakout to the upside. And in this case, you had the bounce within the two EMAs, and then you have this breakdown to the downside. So I think at one point we're gonna come test the orange EMA here at around. It's trading right now at $66,500, and that's will be the moment of truth, somewhat for me. Because if you have a bearish retest to it, I think it's gonna imply much more chop and lower prices on Bitcoin and the crypto market for possibly the next quarter or maybe the rest of the year, if you're able to not get back above that orange EMA and regard it as support. So have that in mind. I've been yapping about that for a while now. I want to see the P cycle bottom indicator. So yeah, you're just up above it right now. So that's interesting. We're gonna have to go take a look at a cleaner chart so I can know what happened on the previous cycles. So you're trying to hold it for the time being. You're gonna get a daily candle close above it after you had a daily candle close below it yesterday. I want to see what happened in 2017 with this EMA. So the orange, I mean the red one is above the green one, so it's on parabola mode. The same happened on 2019. And when you had that breakdown, you definitively lost it and stayed there for a while. So that's different on this breakdown today, just from yesterday, than the breakdown that happened on September 2019. So that's interesting. So maybe what you're getting here. So this is 2019 price action. I think. Okay, so this was the all-time high. So you did come and test it here. I think this is like a glitch on the data. You actually tested it twice. So interesting. And it did work as support almost a bunch of times. So that's good to know. Good to have also as a signal for what the market might do. Currently above it, so we might get a bottom here. Maybe if the market's feeling tricky, you get somewhat of a like that. That would give a proper scare to most of market participants, especially if you do a lower low. That that would be wild, but it can happen. You know, I'm not ruling that out. It's just throwing it out there, just so you know. But I do like the comparison to 2022 here. So that indeed had a second pullback. So maybe you get that somewhat of a confirmation low here for BTC. It's really unusual for it to just put in a low and not revisit it once again after you had this markdown. But who knows? Just be careful because you might get that retest. So Ethereum today, it's been trading better than BTC, underperforming today, of course, but just nothing burger candle, back in the range from where it had like somewhat of that down break. So interesting, losing negative momentum also, and at 40, and it's at 41 point on the RSI. So it's not on the bearish control zone just yet. Below 40 it would. So it's oscillating better than BTC. And having that said, I think ETH to BTC was a red day today. Yeah. So after yesterday's bullish engulfing candle, just a sideways candle today, just not that significant in my opinion. Still continuing to play out this hidden bullish divergence. So looks like it's gonna continue to outperform. Maybe we get somewhat of a clue on BTCD. So this is Bitcoin dominance. Just a nothing burger candle also, just trading sideways for the time being. Continuing to print strong negative momentum on the MACD histogram. And yeah, it's currently up 0.69% on the daily. Stocked at around 54.7% level. So we'll see if we get a confirmation of this potential three falling peaks classic distribution pattern, which you will need it to close below the 53.7% level here. You would confirm this distribution, this three falling peaks setup. Hitting bearish divergence, continuing to play out, printing strong negative momentum on the MACD histogram. So on the very next few days, we'll see. Because this could be a potential inverse head and shoulders also. But yeah, just you know that a setup is not going to be easy when you have this kind of uptrend, for 18 months. It's not going to roll over that quick, but the signs are there. So we'll keep in mind how this hidden bearish divergence continues to play out, and if it affects the performance of this potential 3 following peaks, which has a target at around 50%. So it will be a pretty nice altcoin outperformance to BTC. Bitcoin against the SPX. Currently sitting at around range lows here from this bull flag, down sloping consolidation. Just pretty much trading sideways for today, losing the negative momentum on the MACD. And it's at 30 points on the RSI, so just barely leaving the super oversold level on Bitcoin against the SPX. Wow, my God, what a chart! Definitely looks ugly if you look at it like this, but it'll look ugly until it doesn't. That's the thing. That's the thing with strong bull market assets. Let's go to USDT dominance. So USDT dominance had the first daily candle close above the 200 moving average since October. And you seem to be getting somewhat of a reaction out of it. Because today you were lower than what we're seeing right now. It's low. It's down 1.55% on the daily. So if you flip this EMA and confirm it as support, then we're kind of cooked. But you need to do Bitcoin do its thing. Maybe we get that confirmation low we were just talking about. But yeah, losing positive momentum on the MACD histogram, just coming out of the overbought territory. It's currently on the bullish control zone at 66 points level on the RSI. Let's see what the Bollinger Bands are saying. So you've been riding this Bollinger Band onwards, this whole uptrend, until you just finally have this breakout out of the 200 that you kind of somewhat tested here before. You didn't formally test it here, but there were impulses against to where it was. So yeah, the trend is upwards for now, but I like price falling below inside of the bands after that the daily candle close that I had outside of bands. So yeah, see what the DXY did today. Just pretty much flat. It didn't validate yesterday's bearish engulfing candle, losing negative momentum on the MACD histogram. It just had bearish confluence for the time being within the oscillators, and having a hard time against this strong resistance at 105 and 7 points or so for the dollar index. Let's just hope this turns out to be a lower high regarding the high from April 18. Let's look at stocks. SPX having a little bounce today. This could turn into an inverted hammer here. potential local bottom would be nice to continue the uptrend, because you do have this bearish divergence on the MACD histogram from this high to this high. So it would be nice to see more positive momentum come up and just take out this high and invalidate the divergence. Otherwise, a pullback might be coming for stocks. But I don't know. The market looks really resilient right now. Nasdaq closed with a bullish engulfing candle, still printing positive momentum. You have that same divergence on the MACD than the SPX, but maybe this turns out to be more positive Momo, and you just make a higher high regarding this high here from May, and you just throw this divergence out the window. We'll see. If we start pulling back here tomorrow and within this week, this will turn into red momentum and this divergence will be confirmed. So it needs more data to know how it will perform. Okay. Let's take a look at some altcoins, because they've been pumping today, that's for sure. Solana at one point was like up 4% on the day. So you had a back test of this mid-range here, of this descending channel. Yeah, just catching follow through after this hammer here, but definitely getting some selling after you pushed into this mid-range. Back above the 200 moving average. That's nice for sure. It's pretty nice, because the first time that you lose it and get a daily candle, 2 daily candle closes below it since a long time, since September, the end of September of last year. So what you want to see in Solana is the recovery of $144. You'll see why. It's the complacency shoulder top from 2022 bear market. So strong inflection point. Losing negative Momo. You have somewhat of a bullish divergence here, possibly playing out. But what I'm really interested on, it's on Sol BTC, because was even doing better than today, a while ago. So you're confirming yesterday's bullish engulfing candle. Just getting some weakness here on power hour in the last trading hours of the day. Yeah, you have this bullish divergence here. If you take it from here, it's just a bearish confluence, but I think there is an argument within these two lows on the histogram. But yeah, this chart needs further development before breaking out this downtrend that we've been on the daily time frame, just lower lows and lower highs. You need to recover the 200 moving average, still below this critical level here, and good strong inflection point here from the past, which is this one. So if you recover that one, then Sol BTC starts looking way better. And you kind of have this head and shoulders here. This is the shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder. And potentially when they fail, then they usually make somewhat of a rally to invalidate it, just like DXY did here. You have this left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. You couldn't get the breakdown, and then you just have this impulse. Granted, it could turn into another lower high, but at least you need some. You see some impulse out of not being able to get a down break or a breakdown from the 20,264 sat level. And since we're talking about that, let's go check one of my favorite charts. Be pretty vocal about it. Sol ETH. So Sol ETH has a clear bullish divergence here, where you have um, a higher low on the histogram and a lower low on price. You're actually confirming yesterday's bullish engulfing candle being real, still way below the 200. So we'll see what this turns out to be, because this could turn into another last point of supply rally here, just another lower high or even an equal high than this one, and then just have it roll over again and come to the sign of weakness and maybe confirm this distribution that's been potentially playing out and start phase Z, which is the markdown phase, or you just can disregard the whole distribution scenario and will be really bullish for Sol ETH failing to distribute. It could potentially turn into a recumulation pattern. Just printing the first positive momentum bar on Sol ETH since June 13. Yeah. So this bullish divergence potentially starting to play out. Interesting. Highest daily candle close on Sol ETH since June 17. Not quite the amount of volume that you would like to see on this impulses, but still not a slow volume as the bottom here, which is really low volume. Let's see what the okay. So if you turn on the Bollinger Bands, you'll see the reaction. Just testing this mid range here. You sold off when you went against it, so that's a good signal. It's been basically Sol ETH has been riding down this mid range of the Bollinger Bands. So if you flip the mid range, you're probably gonna go test the 200, and then if you actually clear the 200, you're probably gonna be a lot closer to the upper band, and we'll see if we continue the potential distribution pattern, or which this was just basically a higher low here regarding this low for Sol ETH after this massive structure that's up here. WIF against USDT, really interesting. Confirming yesterday's bullish engulfing candle, highest daily candle close since June 18, losing negative Momo, leaving the bearish control zone from the RSI at 41 points, and recovering this potential support here, just trading above it. So who knows? I think it's up to the fate of the market, but a lot of people were calling on the death of WIF. WIF BTC is doing somewhat similar here, confirming yesterday's bullish engulfing candle, highest daily candle close since June 17, and continuing to lose negative momentum. So this bullish divergence about to be confirmed for WIF BTC, which is really interesting in my opinion, where you have this higher lows on MACD histogram, which could signal selling exhaustion, and you have this massive lower low here regarding this low. So this could turn out to be quite the trade and quite the momentum shift for WIF BTC if you are managed to hold this lows at around here and start playing out the bullish divergence. Pepe was also doing things today. Just after that, yesterday's hammer is up 12% 12.3% on the day. Wow. It's still on a downtrend. You haven't cleared out this high. You did clear out this high, but I think this is a stronger, because this looks like a complacency shoulder. I think this is stronger resistance, but you're losing the negative momentum, continuing to develop that hidden bearish divergence. I mean, that hidden bullish divergence, my bad, where you have a lower low on MACD histogram on the momentum and you have a higher low on price, which implies a continuation divergence, as basically a continuation of the uptrend that we've been on. You can see here on this ascending channel, the RSI recovering the 50-point level is right now at 54 points. So and having quite the weak negative momentum bar on the MACD histogram. So good price action for Pepe USDT, and Pepe BTC looks somewhat similar. It's up 9.7% on the daily, confirming yesterday's bullish engulfing candle is valid, working on your highest daily candle close since June 3rd. So almost monthly highs for Pepe BTC. Hype in the chat for Pepe. My God. You're printing the first positive momentum bar on the MACD histogram since June 3rd. I mean, since June 1st, and confirming this hidden bullish divergence on the MACD histogram today. So maybe we see development. Maybe we see some performance on this hidden bullish divergence. I think it would bring Pepe BTC to all-time highs if this hidden bullish divergence actually plays out. And you did had a lot of demand, so you didn't even came down to this around this area of interest to get a tap or maybe like a formal retest. Just had massive higher lows, so a lot of demand for Pepe BTC. Study relative strength. Jupiter working on the highest daily candle close since June 17. Looks good. Maybe confirming this low here. You don't have any kind of maybe if you do it from here, but I think that's maybe a little bit of a stretch. You don't have any bearish. I mean, you don't have any hidden bullish divergence like you have on WEF BTC. But losing negative momentum, about to turn green. RSI is at the 39-point level. I think Pepe looks better, my opinion. I mean, WEF BTC looks better. Bonks, I mean, memes had a crazy reaction today. I think one of the strongest recoveries were from memes today. So Bonk confirming yesterday's bullish engulfing candle, working on your highest daily candle close since June 16. Losing negative momentum, about to flip green too. 43 points for the RSI level. So neutral, but below 50. And potentially trying to get a bottom at around this resistance here, support resistance from January 10. So interesting the amount of buying that's been going on memes lately. Let's see, Bonk BTC. So Bonk BTC at around the 618 retracement level. You just have bearish confluence here. You don't have that hidden bullish divergence like you had on WIF or Pepe. You just have just confluence, lower lows, both on the oscillator and on price. So yeah, about to print the highest daily candle close since June 16 for Bonk BTC. Okay, STX also pumping today. Wow, look at that. And that's like a sight to behold. a dragonfly doji here at the bottom here yesterday for stocks, losing negative momentum, about to print the highest daily candle close since June 16 in 21 more minutes. Chat, bearish confluence on the indicators, RSI level at 45. This could turn into another lower high, though. Be mindful of that. A lot of these coins have been just downtrending for a while, just this crazy bleed. So just because it's having some selling and rattling, or because it's getting somewhat of a bid, doesn't mean that it's a broken structure and it's going to pump into oblivion. This is still on a downtrend. You need to do take out this high and then put in a higher low, and maybe after you're above the 200, you can have a technical argument for STX. Granted, it can do anything it wants. You know how the markets are, but if you want to trade on a technical perspective and a technical edge, you will need this to start breaking market structure from this lower lows to lower highs into higher highs and higher lows, if you ask me. Okay, layer 0, not enough data, but bearishly engulfing yesterday's candle. Yeah, not a great look on the 4-hour. Just get wrecked. Most of the coins have been getting airdrops lately. They just been trading really poorly, especially if they're like utility coins. Maybe if you get an airdrop out of a meme, that could be something different. Let's look at ENS. My God, ENS, man, just relentless buying here. Maybe this is a higher low than this one. You're just on a large accumulation structure down here. If you get a breakout, this thing is gonna fly. So your alerts. I'm actually gonna set an alert right now. At around 27.9. Okay. So when we hear that beat, we'll know ENS is gonna probably moon above the 200 moving average. And look at this. I know it's just bullish convergence, but you did have this kind of hidden bullish divergence here on the MACD histogram, which started to play out, but just performed really weak for now. Maybe it can develop into something else, but yeah. So all the Ethereum beta was pumping prior to this dump of just giving back its gains, with the exception of ENS. Pendle also working on a bearish engulfing candle. Yeah, just a bearish confluence on the oscillators. Not a great look. You don't want to get this kind of selling, especially after what happened yesterday. Lido's trading really much better than the other one, especially after the day that it had yesterday. Just a massive bullish engulfing candle, just trading sideways, just chilling below resistance here. And you know that this coin is on a massive uptrend with higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows possibly, and then higher highs at a price discovery and all-time highs for Lido, the Ethereum staking yielder. So I want to look out, since Lido is looking somewhat interesting, I want to look at it against ETH. So against ETH, somewhat the same, printing strong positive momentum on the MACD histogram, just trading sideways after the big up mark from yesterday. trying to put in a low here. Maybe you have somewhat of a structure. Like that. Oh, it's not good. Very bad, boys. Very bad. But this is not a reason to be scared so far. Just a small pullback. But this turns out into a deeper pullback, then yeah. This looks like a descending Browning wedge. So keep that in mind. What's good, Eddie? It's good that you showed up. So Pepe against Ethereum, it's also printing the first positive momentum on the MACD histogram since May 30, and having a confirmation of this hitting bullish divergence. So the hidden bullish divergence gets confirmed when you print the first positive momentum, and the same for the opposite case. So this divergence is now confirmed, and it'll be up to the market to see how it actually performs. But Pepe to Ethereum's trading really good today. It's even having a better day than yesterday, I think, confirming yesterday's bullish engulfing candle as valid, catching follow through out of this bullish engulfing, and about to confirm the highest daily candle close for Pepe Ethereum since June 6th. So Pepe just quite the asset, man. Just up higher highs and higher lows against Ethereum, against BTC, and against USDT. So what are we even talking about? Just clearly a market outperformer. Okay, let's talk about Injective. Just we talked about it yesterday. So we had this massive bullish cipher here in Monic with this low here, and we talked about this the last few weeks. I thought that as long as you stayed above $22, 26 cents, you'll be fine. But you rallied into 200 moving average and found that it was a strong resistance, sold off, and maybe trying to confirm a type 2 return out of this massive bullish cipher. So this is a good spot to take a chance. You know, if you're gonna take a chance on an asset, it better be after a massive harmonic structure, a type 2 return, and above a critical level here, above this all-time highs price action here from 2021. You'll see daily candle close here, pretty much pretty clear, back tested as resistance here a couple days later. Just that's where you're trading at right now. Just had a small breakdown below it, but then you had a reclaim yesterday, and now you're back above it. So if you wanted to strategize yourself here, it's really easy. That's basically the trades that you want to take is where you're close to an invalidation level here. Let's think or talk that the lows were put in yesterday. That's our argument's going to be, or even lower. Let's put it like way below here from when was this? Tuesday's lows from last week. And you can aim your first target all the way to the 200 moving average, or even higher here to this level from this past price action. And then your next target will be all the way up here from this wicks, from this first top, and then your target will be all the way to all-time highs. So a really good risk to reward ratio, if you ask me, within the first, second, and third target. So if you wanted to take a trade based on TA and having maximum upside while controlling your downside risk and having the odds on your favor, this is what you look for. In all honesty, it would be better if you were above the 200, but I don't think that invalidates the whole trade. You're losing negative momentum on the MACD histogram, and you're currently traded at 47 points on the RSI. So coming close to neutral zone, to 50-point level. We're going to leave that on objective. Your first target there. And you already know the rest of the target, so I'm just going to leave that there. But if I were to take a trade just based on TA and controlling my risk, it will be somewhere like this. And if you wanted to, granted, you can even put the validation a little bit closer here, but I think you wanted to play it real safe, you just put it below the whole low here from last week. So interesting development on Injective. I wonder if it's related to somewhat Ethereum or the Ethereum ETF. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, let's look at some other coins that may or may not have been pumping today. I think my watch list was like the best performers of the day. Just memes. So liquid staking coins getting somewhat of a correction today, small pullback. DeFi, just, man, look at Link. So Link looks somewhat different, similar to what the DXY has been doing on a way larger scale, though. You have this wide of head and shoulders here, right? The left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. It looked like you were coming down here to test the neckline and have a breakdown, but you regarded it as support once again. Not once, twice, 3, 4, 5. For the 6th time, this has been support at around the $12.9 level on Chainlink. And look what happened on the DXY after you couldn't have a breakdown of the head and shoulders here. So you have the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. You came down all the way down to the neckline. Couldn't have a breakdown. Boom, impulse. It can turn into a lower high. Hopefully it does regarding this one. But you did get an impulse. So going back to Chainlink, this looks like you might get an impulse because you didn't get the breakdown, you know? I'm going to draw the neckline. I think somewhere like that. So interesting. Interesting on Link. I just wish this all of these coins were basically above the 200 moving average. And yeah, I don't think you have a divergence here. You just have confluence on the indicators. But losing negative Momo at the 42-point level on the RSI, so it's out of the bearish control zone, which is below the 40-point level, and creating this massive structure that started in November from last year. So what are we talking about? Like effing 8 months of just sideways here? 230 days? My God. Imagine being a community member of Chainlink and getting this price action after seeing memes and whatnot, like just S coins fly out of the gate while you're just stuck on a $3 range forever. Yikes. Aave and Maker have been okay. Let's look what's going on here. I don't have this mapped out yet, but we'll take a look at it. So Aave catching a follow through after yesterday's bullish engulfing candle, about to print the highest daily candle close since June 9, and printing the first bar of positive momentum since June 4. So interesting. Just below the 200 moving average. You do have. Mm, do you have? Yeah, you do have a hidden bullish divergence here on the MACD histogram. I mean, it's not hidden, a formal bullish divergence here on the MACD histogram, where you have a lower low here regarding this low, and a higher low on this on the histogram. So bullish divergence about to be confirmed in 6 more minutes for Aave USDT. I'm gonna have to take a deeper look at this coin on one point. To see if yeah, I think this daily candle close is somewhat real. Like that, yeah. Wow, look at where you bounced out of. Just a daily candle from this nuke here, from the daily candle close from May 11 from 2022 was yesterday's lows for Aave, almost to the T. Yeah, wild. Let's see some other levels here. This is clearly a level 2. Got plenty of levels here. Big inflection points from history. Wouldn't call that one. Maybe this one. What's below here? Okay. So yeah, good price action on Aave for the past 2 days, basically, but still within this large range. This Chainlink has also been on. Maker's a little bit better because you're fighting with the 200 moving average, about to get back above it. Bullishly engulfing yesterday's candle. Just having a hard fight with the 200 moving average, but maybe you flip it. Printing strong positive momentum once again on the MACD histogram. Yeah. A lot of volume today also. So what you want to see here in reversals, potentially. But this is on a large downtrend, so until you have a market structure break, this could turn into another lower high, Don't get that excited. Don't quote me on that. I wonder what Curve has been doing. Nothing. After the big liquidation from June 13, because of the founder who took out a loan that was collateralized with Curve, just been doing nothing, trading sideways. And you had this bullish divergence. Turn out to be nothing, no bet whatsoever. After this whole amount of volume, just no reversal for Curve just yet. Go tip tap. I've been hearing these coins tap, ton. I don't know what they are. What the hell is tap? Okay, let's look at it. Wow. What is this? Is this what you want to see? Edward? Okay, so it's up 3.39% on the day. I have about to create a bullish engulfing candle, basically at the basement on just a top token. Okay. Stop on BTC. It's a BRC20. So is the BRC20 token that you want me to see? Oh, it's on Dex Screener. Okay, hold on. You're gonna make me for the first time leave trading view. What's this top? Oh, you sent me this one. Okay, hold on a minute. We're gonna be looking at on-chain coins now. It's gonna turn into an on-chain stream. Okay, top token. Is it on Arbitrum? Oh, Tapioca? No. Oh yeah, it's an Arbitrum. Yeah, I think this is the one. I don't have doesn't have that much data though. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. Hold on a minute. Okay. All right. As you said, it's hard to do TA on this thing because I don't have that much data. But we're gonna get granular. We're gonna go into lower time frames. Maybe the 2 hour. So it's 20 million market cap. This is this is quite the small cap. Thank God I don't have a larger audience, so I can still look at this kind of S coins. So let's take a look. That's definitely a level here from the TGE when it launched. Then yeah, this possibly like a retest here. Most definitely a retest here on yesterday's price action at 6 in the morning. So just did a bullish engulfing candle in the 2 hour on the daily candle close. Let's look at some indicators. Okay. Just bullish confluence on the MACD. Let's look at maybe another level here. What about this one? Yeah. So what do you have here? You have potential higher highs and higher lows here into this buying climax. And then you just entered a bear trend on this 2 hour time frame where you found support here, had a big impulse from this TGE, local top, but it just rallied into another lower high than this high. But right now you're somewhat catching a bit at around here. So if this turns out to be a higher low regarding this low here, it could be interesting. The thing is that you don't have any kind of a bullish argument on the oscillators yet, but who knows, man? Who knows what it could happen? Yeah, no edge, and a whale could come in, just buy the S out of this or dump the S out of it, and it could do whatever. But if you like the fundamentals of it, then it's probably gonna pump. But I don't know. Just in it right now, it's on a downtrend on the 2 hour. I can tell you that. 44 cents. Wow, they're up massively. They're like 5x now, right? So you take out this high and it gets interesting. If you do something like that, then I'm paying attention. Otherwise it can continue to bleed on the 2 hour until it reverses. But I just like the fact that it pumped from here, this level from the TGE, and that you you catch a bid here even higher than this one. So there was demand here that didn't allow the asset to get pushed all the way down to here. Some buyers stepped in at around the $2.16 and tried to front run maybe this low here getting put in. So that could be a sign of strength. But you've been losing volume, so yeah, volume. If you get a breakout, you want to see volume with it coming back. But for the time being, just volume being kind of flat, just coming down with price. Um, yeah, and you did see some strong volume here on this sell-off. So this was implying that this was a strong bear trend. You haven't created any new highs on volume here on this spike. So it could continue to correct. It's on a downtrend, so it needs further data for it to think of maybe a reversal might be coming. Okay, back to trading view. I still have to do an on-chain stream while I can do it before I get famous, Eddie. Before you come in and you see like 1,000 people on stream and the chat just going nuts, and you'll remember being one of the very few first ones on stream. I can still go on-chain streams, so we got to take advantage of that. Yeah, they'll be spamming contract addresses. I'll have to block them and spamming tickers and whatnot. But it's gonna be fun. Just enough time and you'll see it. So let's go see how Bitcoin actually closed. Right on. The future's bright for our backs, man. Yeah, I'll let you mod. If you stay with me until that happens, I'll let you mod. Okay. Yeah, just a nothing burger kind of for the time being. But as I said on the beginning of stream, you don't want to see this. You don't want to see a rollover on the 4 hour here, because if you do, you'll be just repeating the same playbook that we've seen for the last week here on BTC, where you have hitting bearish divergence after hitting bearish divergence. Check this out, Eddie. So you'll see here this high being higher than this high, and it was basically a lower high on price action and a higher high on MACD. Then the price reversed. So same thing here. You have a high here, a lower high here, but a higher high on MACD. The price reversed. And now we're printing higher high on the MACD, but no higher high on price, just a lower high for the time being. So if this turns out to just create a reversal, this could turn into another just pattern or the same playbook for this whole price action down here. But yeah, I'm not gonna call it yet. I just hope it keeps grinding up on the 4 hour, and maybe you put in a higher high regarding this high and you invalidate this hit bearish divergence. But for the time being, I'm letting you know that's real for now. Until further development, that could turn into something ugly. And also, I'm gonna go back to the daily just to talk about this. I don't know if you saw yesterday's stream. We're gonna repeat myself. This looked really similar here to an inverted price action of 2022, where you have a slow bleed within a flag, a descending flag, and then a big impulse. You might get somewhat of a secondary test, but the large part of the move should be done, and then a reversal might come if we were to mimic 2022's price action from here. So I'm going to invert the chart so just you can see. So this will be the impulse. Then you have this flag here. You have the slow bleed down here, large impulse down to range lows. You actually deviated below here. And then you had a secondary test, and then you had the mean reversal. So maybe BTC is working on doing something like that as of now. That would be nice, you know, having this slow bleed here, making everyone flip their bias here. On this on this case, it made everyone flip long, you know, but then encountered resistance, just like we're encountering support right now at around the 200 moving average. Just had the big impulse and then the reversal. So maybe, just maybe, it's what we're seeing here within this range, you know. Looks somewhat similar, with the exception that on 2022, this happened at around here, a little bit higher, but I don't think it's gonna invalidate the whole structure just because. But somewhat at range highs, slow bleed, big impulse. Maybe you have a secondary test and then mean reversion. How cool would that be? If that happens, you saw it here first. Remember. Okay. Anything else you want me to take a look at, Eddie? If you want me to check out something. Yeah, Sol will pump a lot. If BTC did that, you can rewind the stream and take a look at Sol. We looked at Sol USDT, Sol BTC, and Sol ETH, and there's an interesting divergence that is about to be confirmed on Solana. Yeah, I did Bitcoin dominance too. It's on the beginning of the stream. You can look at it. I spent quite a few minutes on it. Also BTC. Most of my ritual coins, the usual suspects. Okay, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, okay. We can take a look at Ondo. I didn't look at it today. I wonder where do I have Ondo that I don't look at it that often. But don't worry, I'll stay for Ondo. Where do I have it? I think it's here. Oh, it was back there. Didn't see it. Oh yeah, here it is. I went right through it. Okay. All right. So Ondo catching some follow through after yesterday's massive bullish engulfing candle, looking somewhat of maybe a confirmation low down here. Still within this ascending channel here. I don't have much levels to the left because this is on price discovery. It's a new coin. But you do have this interesting setup here, the same as Pepe here, this big ass bullish hidden bullish divergence here, close to being confirmed. You're on the 52 point level on the RSI, so it's pretty neutral. But I like the fact that I closed green today, potentially having follow through after this big bullish engulfing candle. If you wanted to confirm this as a double bottom here, you would need a daily candle close above $1.30 here, above the highest price action here. It's where you confirm the double bottom when you get that daily candle close. But looks great. The fact that what I do like a lot about Ondo is this. It's basically this. This could be implying seller's exhaustion. And just when you have sellers exhausted and you've been on this massive uptrend, you know, higher highs, higher lows, and then another higher low possibly, just signifies or implies that it's gonna continue way higher if the market doesn't rock, So that's interesting for Ondo. I don't know if I've looked at Ondo BTC, but we'll take a look at it because why not? I'm sure it looks similar, even better. My God. It didn't manage to close green yesterday, but doesn't matter. It's just a small nothing burger candle, just a small pullback. But printed the first positive momentum on the MACD histogram since June 7 on Ondo BTC. And you do have the same divergence here. Just got confirmed today. So it got confirmed first on BTC, then the USD pair. The same as with Pepe. Pepe also confirmed it first on BTC rather than the USD pair. So quite the chart on Ondo. I don't think I trade this coin because it's not on Binance. So, but quite the uptrend, man. What are we talking about? It's been on this channel since the whole year. Wow, just above the mid range. So maybe you get somewhat of a support there. But yeah, incredible buying demand on Ondo. So now I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in, Eddie, and everyone else. Thanks for your thumbs up on the video, your comments, interactions, tuning in. Really appreciate that. I'm going live every day, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, checking out the crypto markets. I'll be here tomorrow, hopefully, on good prices again. And I'll see you guys on the next time. Bye.